change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who is hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On in the backfield, it's Longo. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Offense gets set for second down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps him. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Floats it out in space. There he goes. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 72 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with his 7-0 lead. At midfield, he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. The Gators will call on their punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Jimenez. He gets it up to midfield. Forced out of bounds at the 50.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what to catch a big fella.
A little screen to the running back. Still running at the 40. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws it.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. Leaves it with the back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Hunt is on its way. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed him.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
Turning it on! He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quick completion to the right. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to you.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open,
breaks free! Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds a tight end. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And a nice job understanding. They're trying to run a screen. They're trying to throw that over your head. They let you run up the field. You're not going to be able to get the sack, get your hands in the air, trying to affect the quarterback, and a nice job getting my hands in the air, deflecting the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the pass. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown tie.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the...
There he goes. Touchdown, Bama. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Jacksonville State sure is making it look easy today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 15 over Louisiana Tech. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
He'll try to do it himself. Oh, what a move. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The running threat of the QB it gives you the +1. It's just such a headache. He can always pull it. He can give it. There's so many options, and this defense so far hasn't had a lot of answers in trying to stop this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Dances away. He's got some space. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. At the 35, he's open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Gators are threatening in the red zone. Quick release by the QB. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? Here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely center cut. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Hates it on the return. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Great place to start for this offense. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. working well behind the sticks on second down. Now they'll try the right side. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third. He'll set up to throw. Quickly complete. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now the connection takes it to the 11. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside from the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Give to the single back. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On target to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He'll keep it himself. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Thanks to grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, you know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Now Now the play fake. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Rush is on him. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on third. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little. There he goes. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance. Seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on first and goal?
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got it set up on the outside. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the Sunday.